Hello and welcome to Car Show. This is the one and only place where we dig deep into the stories, the souls, and the savage engineering behind the world's most incredible automotive creations. If you believe that a car can be more than just transportation, that it can be a statement, a weapon, and a piece of rolling, functional art, then do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. You are not going to want to miss what we have for you today. What you are looking at is a myth. It's a ghost story told by speed freaks in the neon-drenched back alleys of cities like Tokyo and Los Angeles. It's a rumor, a whisper of a car that defies categorization. Is it a restomod? Is it a hypercar? Is it a prop from a high-budget sci-fi film? It's none of them, and it is all of them. This is the Titanium Reaver, and it is the world's first true cyber muscle car. To understand this machine, you have to understand the philosophy of its creators. It was not built by a major manufacturer. It was born in a secretive, high-tech skunk works in Utah known only as Cybernetic Muscle Systems, CMS. This small, obsessively private team of ex-aerospace engineers and disillusioned DARPA researchers had one single, unifying belief that the raw, unapologetic, internal combustion soul of American muscle was not obsolete. It just needed a new nervous system. They didn't want to build another silent, sterile EV. They wanted to take the most violent, rebellious automotive icon of the 1970s and fuse it with the kind of technology that, until now, has been classified. The project began with a ghost. They found a 1971 Dodge Challenger RT, a true E-body, left for dead in a desert scrapyard. It was a sun-baked shell picked clean with no engine, no interior, and no hope. It was the perfect blank canvas. The CMS team didn't want to restore it. They wanted to resurrect it, to give it a body and soul that would be immortal. First, the body. The name Titanium Reaver is not a marketing gimmick. It is not paint. What you are looking at is not silver. It is the raw elemental sheen of grade 5, 6Al4V titanium alloy. The entire body of the Challenger, every single panel, was painstakingly recreated, hand-formed, and brake-bent from aerospace-grade titanium. This is a material so notoriously difficult to work with that most custom shops won't even touch it. It's incredibly light, unbelievably strong, and has a habit of destroying tools and shattering welds. CMS embraced this. The welds are left exposed, not ground down and hidden, but laid in perfect iridescent scar tissue beads, a visible sign of the car's brutal rebirth. The entire body was then meticulously brushed to a low-gloss satin finish, giving it a menacing liquid metal look that seems to absorb light. This body is more than just a shell. It's a lightweight, bullet-resistant suit of armor, but a muscle car is defined by its heart. And the Reaver's heart is not just big, it is apocalyptic. CMS rejected the idea of a tamed or efficient modern engine. They went straight to Mopar's darkest creation, the 426 Elephant crate engine. This is a 7.0-liter, all-aluminum, supercharged V8 monster that produces 1,000 horsepower and 950 lb-ft of torque right out of the box. This is the muscle part of the equation. A fire-breathing, ground-pounding, defiant roar against the silent electric future. This is the soul of the machine, the rage, the vibration you feel in your chest before you even see the car. But this is where the cyber part begins. That 1,000 horsepower Hemi is not alone. Bolted directly to the crankshaft is a 150 kilowatt axial flux motor generator. This is not a hybrid system for fuel economy. This is a hybrid system for war. This Cyber Hemi powertrain, as CMS calls it, is a parallel hybrid capable of running in 3 modes: Hemi only, Hemi plus electric, or for short bursts, pure electric stealth mode. When combined, the total system-wide output is a verified 1,250 horsepower and over 1,100 lb-ft of torque, delivered to a reinforced 8-speed transmission and a bespoke all-wheel drive system. This car is a 4-wheeled burnout machine that can launch from 0 to 60 mph in 2.3 seconds. And now we must address the elephant in the room, the glowing electric blue features at the rear. Look at the image. Where the classic 1971 taillights should be, there are 2 massive glowing multi-bladed turbines. Your first thought, like mine, is jet engines. You are wrong. Look lower. You see the quad-tipped center exit exhaust. Those are very real and they are very loud, channeling the unfiltered roar of the elephant. So, what are the turbines for? This is the Reaver's most profound secret. This is the technology that makes it a cyber muscle car. Those are not for propulsion. They are for aerodynamics. They are the core of the Reaver active ground effect system. These are not simple fans. They are twin 30-kW electric turbines that spool up to an incredible 50,000 RPM in less than half a second. They are powered not by a heavy battery pack, but by a bank of military-grade graphene supercapacitors that can discharge and recharge with terrifying speed. These turbines draw a violent column of air from a completely flat carbon fiber underbody and a massive rear diffuser. They are, in effect, a fan car, just like the legendary Chaparral 2J or the Gordon Murray T50, but taken to a cybernetic extreme. Here is the fact that changes the game. This system generates 1,800 pounds of static downforce. Read that again, static. This car does not need to be moving to have grip. At a dead stop, this car is already being pulled onto the pavement with nearly a ton of force. At 30 mph, it has more downforce than a Le Mans prototype at 200 mph. The blue glow you see, that is not an LED light. That is the actual, visible Cherenkov radiation effect from the high-energy capacitors discharging to the turbines. A beautiful and terrifying warning of the forces at play. This system completely redefines how the car drives. A normal muscle car is a point-and-shoot machine, terrifying in a straight line, clumsy and heavy in the corners. The Reaver is a predator. When the Reaver mode is engaged, the Hemi's engine note deepens as the high-output alternator kicks in to feed the capacitors. You hear a sound like nothing else on Earth, the deep, loping thump-thump-thump of the 426 Hemi overlaid with the high-pitched screaming shriek of two jet turbines spinning up. The car visibly hunkers down on its active suspension, compressed onto the road by its own manufactured gravity. The result is a car that corners not by the laws of mechanical grip, but by the laws of fluid dynamics. It can take a 90-degree corner at speeds that would send a normal supercar into a concrete wall. The all-wheel drive system, guided by a predictive AI, vectors torque to each wheel, while the turbines manage the pitch, roll, and yaw. It doesn't just turn, it pivots, held by an invisible giant hand. Inside, the cyber muscle theme is absolute. The original 1971 dash has been replaced by a single solid piece of holographic glass. When the car powers on, the iconic rally gauges of the original Challenger flicker to life, not as a 2D screen, but as floating, three-dimensional red and blue light forms. The classic pistol grip shifter is there, but it's milled from a solid block of titanium and acts as a shift-by-wire controller. The seats are minimalist carbon fiber shells, padded with the same material used in Special Ops body armor. There is no sound system. The sound system is the 1,000 horsepower Hemi and the 50,000 RPM turbines. This is a car of savage, beautiful contradictions. It is brutally analog in its power, yet digitally precise in its grip. It is a nostalgic throwback and a terrifying leap forward. It is a 1970s icon given a 2077 nervous system. The Titanium Reaver is not just a car, it is a statement. It is the ultimate expression of power, a machine that reaves the very air from beneath its body to stick itself to the road, all while burning gasoline and roaring in defiance. It is, without a doubt, the new king of the street, a perfect, violent, and brilliant fusion of muscle and cybernetics. Thank you for joining us on Car Show for this exclusive look at the Titanium Reaver. Best wishes and safe travels. Best wishes and safe travels.